Hey, what is up, you guys? It's Dustin, and I am back with another video. And yes, this video does have something to do with Ash Trevino because it seems like she has her finger in every single pie there is these days. And if you guys have been invested in this Ash Trevino story, you are not going to believe how we got to this point with Bri Olsen and Ash Trevino arguing about who's the better mother and all the crazy shenanigans that go on in this MILF house that Bri lives in. When I tell you that Bri Olsen is Ash Trevino on steroids, that's exactly what I mean. This situation is absolutely crazy. And since you guys know I'm a glutton for punishment, I have all the tea with everything that's going on between these girls. And if you're here for that, stay tuned to this video. Probably like, Dustin, how did we get to this point? How did this person, Bri Olsen, come into the fold with Ash Trevino? Well, when Ash Trevino did her little tour of all these different houses, apparently the MILF house was one of them. And if you're like me, you'd probably never heard of the MILF house, just like the Bop house. I cannot possibly keep up with all these social media influencer houses and all the people that live in them. I really couldn't care less. But needless to say, Ash Trevino crossed paths with Bri Olsen, and Bri Olsen has her own backstory. There's a whole bunch of stuff there. I would need to do like an extensive deep dive type of video to tell you everything there is to know about her, but just know this. She lives in a house where they do OF content, all these girls, all these guys, and apparently, allegedly, they say that there's a pimp there, and this girl doesn't have access to her money, and they say that all these other girls that live there allegedly do not have access to any of the money that they make on these live streams. And if you have ever watched a Bri Olsen live stream, you would know that they say crazy shit over there. They stay live on Kick, and if you thought that Ash Trevino was getting money and she didn't deserve it, it would piss you off to no end to go over to Kick and see people send her PayPal after PayPal after PayPal, because she has this chat thing where people have to donate $5 and they can say literally anything they want, and it's a text to speech, and they cuss her out. It's so crazy because she wins no matter what. People get to hate on her and they say some cruel, downright hateful, and very racist things. There were some girls that was on a live stream with her earlier today and they were calling her the N-word. It gets really, really nasty over there. And it's basically a free-for-all where people just send her $5 chat after $5 chat, and then they go and subscribe to her OnlyFans and send her more money. Well, apparently her and this guy 2K used to date, and me and Nick have talked about 2K in a video before. He's roasted Ash Trevino down to the ground several times. Well, 2K and Bri Olsen have a baby together named Winter, and Bri lives out in Los Angeles and 2K lives in Texas. And Bri decided when she was having her visitation with her son Winter that she was going to cross state lines and then take him to LA away from Texas.
Bri Olsen has taken her baby Winter to an adult content house in LA called the MILF House, filled with dozens of adult entertainers, and she is now using her tiny baby for adult content during her parenting time.
It ain't a MILF house without some kids.
Bri has been live on her 18+ account for hours while countless barely clothed and clearly intoxicated people pretend to care for the baby.
Guys, Winter has a lot of aunties that love him and take care of him.
Bri spent a good portion of that live stream crawling around on her bed and flashing her underwear with Winter in the bed with her. We all know who Bri makes content for and who her audience is, and involving a baby in this kind of content is unforgivable.
Nobody here is anywhere out of the ordinary of just what regular people do.
It is unclear if Bri was even allowed to legally bring Winter to LA during her visit, but she's claiming that she had a family emergency that required her to return to LA during her parenting time, so she had to bring him with her.
I had a family emergency. I had to fly into LA. I had to bring my son with me. That's exactly what I'll tell the judge. That's exactly what it is. I had an emergency. I had to come back. That's all that it was.
Now, I don't know the whole custody situation, who has what. Well, people were saying that she got arrested because she did this, and apparently she didn't, but now she's having to seek a lawyer. I really don't know. But I am very happy to report that the baby is now back in 2K's custody, because there's a whole bunch of very weird shit that goes on in this house. Obviously, you can tell. If OnlyFans models live there, you know what's going on. It's no place for children, let alone babies. But now let me get back to how these two incredible mothers cross paths, Ash Trevino and Bri Olsen. So like I said before, Ash Trevino was making her rounds and she went out to the MILF house and she ended up saying some things that made Bri Olsen actually feel grossed out about her little brother.
Oh, that's Bri's brother. So Ash can't talk to him. He's my little bro. I don't like that. He's sleeping with me tonight. Look at him looking so cute on the screen. Look at him looking so cute on the screen over there.
This is like the geriatric lady at the nursing home flirting with the little kids and offering them candy. This is so weird. And the age difference between these two, I don't even understand why Ash Trevino and her would get together. I believe Bri is 26 years old and Ashley is like, what, 36, 37? She's my age. She certainly looks older than me. But anyway.
Cheers. Cheers, you're at 34.9.
Wait, what was he at before?
Like 33.
Oh, yeah.
She's so
Are you serious?
weird.
Good job, let's try. You guys should
Okay, it's fine. Just stay where you are. What is that?
Hey,
44
cheers.
roses?
Come here.
Yo, I'm gonna beat Ash's ass if she touches my little brother. I gotcha.
Keep your word, girl. If you didn't hear what Ash was saying, she was saying that she was going to sleep with her brother tonight. Like, who does that? Like, you went up into this house with this girl that you barely know, and then you said that you were going to sleep with her brother. If you notice, in one of the previous 5 million videos that I made about Ash Trevino, she was recently at somebody else's house doing the same thing. So now that I've got you all caught up on what the MILF house is, who Bri Olsen is, and who Ash Trevino is, I need to introduce you to Vale, somebody else that resides in the MILF house alongside Bri. And what happened on one of these live streams that Bri turned over to Vale, Ash Trevino was allegedly sending these $5 chats to cuss out Vale and question her parenting because apparently she has her own gaggle of kids that she allegedly doesn't take care of as well. So you can only imagine what ensued. But before we jump into that, here's a word from today's sponsor, Morgan & Morgan. Imagine this. Suddenly you're in a life-altering car crash and your world is turned upside down. You're dealing with medical bills, lost wages, and pain, while insurance companies lowball you and offer you pennies for your suffering. You try to fight back, but you're up against corporate legal teams with deep pockets. And that's where today's sponsor, Morgan & Morgan, comes in. Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm, with over 1,000 attorneys in all 50 states. Here are some things to consider. Morgan & Morgan recovered $12 million in Florida, stated to be 34 times what the insurance offered, and in Philadelphia secured $26 million, which is said to be 40 times the insurance best offer. And for those seriously hurt, they suggest injuries could be worth millions. Morgan & Morgan has modernized the injury law process. You can submit a claim, communicate with the legal team, all from your smartphone. And the fee is absolutely free unless you win. They've recovered over $20 billion for clients. All law firms are not the same. They're the biggest because they win a lot. The process to sign up is very simple. You sign up and Morgan & Morgan takes it from there. Their attorneys equipped with experience and technology will fight for your rights if you become their client so you can focus on recovery. And they offer support with their team, all accessible right at your fingertips. For those of you that have been hurt, you can visit forthepeople.com/Dustin for more information. Because when you're hurt, remember Morgan & Morgan is for the people. So let me give you a little bit of backstory on how this video came about. I was sitting outside working out and Nick was listening to this live stream of Bri. She turned it over to Vale and apparently Ash Trevino started texting Vale all kinds of shit and Vale popped off on her, you guys. Now I don't know if this is real, and like I said in my last video, I think a lot of stuff with Ash Trevino and all these girls really is probably contrived because this is how they make money. And shout out to them, because if it weren't for you, I wouldn't have a job. But let's listen to what Vale had to say.
Please. Oh, damn.
Oh, bitch, so you want me to whoop your ass?
never-
You want me to
oh,
whoop your
what?
ass. That's what you want me to do. That's what you, bitch.
I do.
Guys, guess what this bitch just texted me?
She just wants attention. She's clout chasing.
She said, laugh my ass off, I am making money, haha, but why are you so worried about me? I have money to be okay. Remember, I have my kids, so I'm being a mom. Also, remember, I have the calls from the cop that one time, so I would quit talking. Bitch, what are you...
What cop?
Okay, and quick update on what's going on with Ash Trevino since her accounts got banned. Apparently she's back. Her big account isn't back, but she has a small account, I think, with 6,000 followers right now, but she's selling like lip gloss and lip masks and things like that, and she's doing packing lives like you see all these brands do on TikTok. It's just very weird and cringe, and if you are buying shit from her, you already know that she has bed bugs. Like, be for real, you do not need that little mesh bag that comes with that shit. I would really be afraid that I would get bed bugs, but anyway.
Remember, I have my kids, so I'm being a mom. Also, remember, I have the calls from the cop that one time, so I would quit talking. Bitch, what are you talking about? How about you stop talking?
She's a fan. She's
How about you
watching.
stop talking? And if you
She's a fan.
do post them. Post
And
it.
why are you watching since you dislike us so much?
You're trying to fucking threaten me. Okay, anyways, at least I choose
She's a
my...
fan.
But she's just as mouthy as Bri. These girls will say literally anything. And like I said before, it's wild when people will say literally anything that can be recorded and turned into the police. Especially after this fight that broke out with Santos and this other guy the other night. That's a whole different thing. If you want to know about that, let me know down below. Because that also happened at the MILF house.
Chat saying
Let
she's
me
a fan.
finish. At least I choose my kids over partying and being a hoe. We aren't the same. I pray you and Bri get everything y'all deserve and you never get your kids.
That's the type of person she is, chat. That's the type of person she is. She just prayed that Bri and Vali never get their kids. She just prayed that Winter, Elias,
And bitch,
and will never see their mother.
that's why you can't step outside your fucking house, bitch. You're scared everywhere you fucking
You
go.
couldn't anyway. You'd have to go in one
You're
of those
scared
fucking
everywhere
electric
you
wheelchairs.
go, bitch.
She need one of those little mopeds. With that ass.
I'm being
Bro, when you guys first showed me her, I thought she was like a contestant on My 600 Pound.
Listen, I knew somebody that had one of them little mopeds. She acted like that leg was broke. If you know, you know.
Text
Dead
her back.
serious.
Text her back for what? She's watching me right fucking now. What do you mean?
Bro, who is Ash Trevino? Bro, she's just some like old fat chick. Like seriously, why is she any more relevant than that? No offense, I'm just saying like maybe I don't know the lore, maybe she's done something really significant and important. I don't know, could somebody explain it to me? Why is she like relevant on TikTok? Why?
Because people like you keep making her relevant. And I get a lot of comments when I make these Ash Trevino videos, well, you're making her more relevant. I'm not making her any more relevant than these people. These people have millions of followers. These live streams can have hundreds of thousands of people in them at one time. 2K had like 228,000 people watching him when he went and got his son. So it isn't me making these people relevant. I don't get views like that. I don't get engagement like that. And people certainly are not sending me $5 super chats to say any and everything they want. Like when you think about it really, like these people are winning no matter what. They get to act like shit and they get paid for it. People are actively sending them $5 donations to tell them that they are pieces of shit. But I would so be lying to you if I said that I wasn't enjoying this because she is eating her up. This is funny. I can't wait to see what else she has to say.
For being a bad mom. Ash Trevino's a better mom than me and Bri. Well, if you feel that way, I know I'm not.
She's Santos's girl.
Where are your kids though? That's the question. Where are your kids? Because Ash Trevino said at least she has custody of her kids, which is really debatable. We don't really know if she has custody of her kids or her parents. That's neither here nor there. At least she's around her kids. Apparently, allegedly, they say that Vale's kids live in Texas as well. So why are you living in LA and not having your kids? What's going on there, girl? Like, to say that Ash Trevino is a better mother than you should really, 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 truly be offended by that. And I hope that you are, because it's not really seeming like you are. I'm hoping that you get a little bit more angry, because if I was a parent and somebody said, hey, Ash Trevino is a better parent than you, I would be so offended and pissed off. I would literally lose my shit. So
Someone Vale hung out with? Alright, but like what made her a fitness influencer? Chat, I love you guys. That was good. That was good. Why is she relevant? Could you tell me please, chat? No one's ever, I've asked multiple people like who is she, why is she relevant? Like even Jack Doherty's girl was like, oh, Ash Trevino. Like, who the fuck is Ash Trevino, bro? I gotta give it to her. It's impressive. You look like that and you have a following. You made a name for yourself. So I gotta give my hat off to you. That's not even a diss. That's impressive, but I don't know why.
Impressive. It's not hard.
Well, what does she do? I'm curious. You know what?
She embarrasses herself. She shows her punani on live. She shows her pepperonis on live. She fucking...
I'll say this much, right?
I'm sorry, this is frying me right now, because this is actually true. If you know, you know. We talked about it before. The fact that Ash Trevino was able to sit on that live stream and get finger banged is crazy to me. Like, I can't even say one cross word to anybody over on TikTok, but like, she can do shit like that. And I don't really feel like she is offended as she should be, because if somebody, the person that you're saying did all these things that makes her a worse mother than you, is saying that you're a worse mother and you're not reacting, I just don't feel like you're reacting the way that you should be reacting in this situation. And truly, that's why I think this might be contrived, and that might be why she may be faking this, because I don't really know that Ash Trevino really has the balls or the gusto to go into somebody's live stream while they're live and text them like that. This feels like it could be a situation where maybe Vale is doing this for attention and trying to use Ash Trevino for clout, because that can happen. I swear it's just so hard to tell what's real and what's not.
She's done a lot more with a lot
Inmate
less.
Hopper, yes, Inmate Hopper.
She's done a lot more with a lot less than most people. So I'll give
She
her that.
fucks with
I'm a fair
young
person.
people.
Oh, she
Eat her
does?
up.
All right, never mind.
Yeah,
Santos,
she does.
he was 19.
Oh, but 19's of age.
But you're also sitting in a house that had other children in there, and you know what goes down in that house. So don't act like you reside anywhere other than the same place that Ash Trevino should be. Let's just be for real and call a spade a spade.
I can't shit on her for that, you know? It's weird, but I can't shit on her for it. How old is she?
Okay, you're canceled. Cancel Jordan.
How old is she?
Old.
Old? What's old? 48? Oh, 38. Damn. My fault.
36. Yes, tell Will yes.
Set up where?
Table up. At,
We're going somewhere else.
oh. And she does it for free, bitch. At least I'm paid.
Yeah, we paid.
Not only that, she does it on live where like kids are watching.
And she's a weirdo.
And that is pretty much what has been going on with Bri Olsen, Vale, and Ash Trevino. I could not look away from this. This is hilarious to me. The fact that these ladies are fighting about who is a better mother, when literally we've seen every single thing that Ash Trevino has done this far. If this is true, for her to have the audacity to sit here and say any of these things is crazy. But it is also crazy to me that this Vale person thinks that she resides on any moral high ground while she's sitting in a house where there are children and they film adult rated content. That just will never set right with me. This definitely seems like a pot meat kettle situation to me, if you know what I mean. And truthfully, I think all of these girls, Vale, Ash, and Bri, would do better to get off the internet completely, because like I've said before, this is stuff that is going to follow them and possibly their children for the rest of their lives, because the internet is forever. But you guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this mess down below. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like it. And if this is your first time here, please consider subscribing. And leave me the clown emoji down below, because this just feels like a situation where some trash is calling other trash trash. I hope you guys all have an amazing day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.